Welcome to part number 4 of the Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse playthrough. In this video, we are going to play as Alucard. Now, as I said in the last video, Alucard is a terrible partner to take with you. Honestly, I think there is no reason to ever take him with you. Honestly, I'm serious. There is no reason to ever take him with you. He is absolutely useless. Now, he only has one attack. He shoots out these 3 balls in 3 different directions. Now, I hear that these things are called the Balls of Destruction, which, if that is true, that is just hilarious, because A, that's just a really funny name, and B, they are not the Balls of Destruction. They don't hurt anything. They are terrible. They are so weak. It takes multiple shots to kill even the smallest of enemies. It's just a terrible weapon. It's horrible. It's just bad. There's no other way to put it. It's just a bad weapon. It's so weak that it's just ineffective. And that's the reason why Alucard is so useless. Now, some people may argue that Alucard is useful for his special ability. If you have a certain amount of hearts, I can't remember how many it is because I never use it. If you have a certain amount of hearts, you can transform Alucard into a bat and basically just fly around the level. Now, this can be useful sometimes for getting past certain obstacles, but I'd rather have Sypha. You know, there's really no point to taking Alucard with me. The special ability isn't that useful. I'm pretty sure you can only use it in one room, and then once you go to the next room, you have to go back into human form, or vampire form. So, to be honest, I don't think the special ability is any good. I think it's not good at all. I'm pretty sure it costs quite a few hearts. I don't know the exact number, but I'm pretty sure it's over 10 hearts. It's probably more than that. And here I will demonstrate why Alucard is so bad. Just trying to kill this boss with Alucard is... You can't do it. The Balls of Destruction just do not hurt him enough. Look, I've hit him at least 5 times, and I've only gotten rid of 1 bar of health. That is just unacceptable. That really is. That's unacceptable. And look, if you saw earlier in the fight, the balls do not have an infinite range, so I can't even just sit in the corner of the boss room and just be safe and just hit him with the balls over and over again. No, they don't have an infinite range, so you just can't kill him with Alucard. Alucard is useless. Do not take him with you ever. There's no point. There's really no point. And as you can see, I just switched to Trevor because he's just a better character. It's simple as that. Alucard is just useless. Never, ever take Alucard with you. You know what? You can try to make an argument for him, but in the end, Sypha is just better for killing enemies, and Grant is just better for... overall, he's better. You know, his attacks are somewhat useful, and he can, jump around the stage and climb onto ceilings. But Alucard, useless. Do not use him, ever. There's no point, ever, to ever use him. Just ignore him. If he asks you to take him with you, just say no. Just say, no, you are useless, Alucard. You can stay in your coffin or whatever you were sitting in when we got you. Just do not take him with you. He's useless. Anyways, moving on. We are now moving on to the level 6s, and they are even harder than the level 5s. This one isn't too bad, but the next one we are going to, it's really difficult, but I'll point that out later. I guess I'll talk about something else since I have a few minutes to kill. If you're familiar with my channel, or you're watching this when it comes out, you know that I also do challenges in addition to these playthroughs. Now, right now, I'm doing the Summer of Subscriber Challenges, where I take challenges suggested by the viewers and I do them. And I really like this whole idea of just taking one whole summer and just doing challenges only sent in by the viewers. So, I think I'm going to make this a yearly thing. I think that June, July, and August of every year will only be subscriber challenges. And I think this will be a neat idea because I like to do subscriber challenges, and you know, if I can do even more of them, then that's even better. I mean, although I do some subscriber challenges, you know, over the year. I just want a few months where I will have to do subscriber challenges, just so I don't, you know, have to rely on all of my challenges. And because some of you people send in really unique and original challenges. I mean, some of these things I can't even think of, to be quite honest. Like the one we just saw, the Sonic Advance 3 Uncontrollable Speed Challenge. There's no way I would have ever thought to do that, and that was just an awesome challenge, and I had a lot of fun doing it. And, if you guys can think of, you know, more fun and unique challenges, then send them in. I would love to do them. Maybe you can be part of the next summer of subscriber challenges. I don't know, maybe. We'll see if I can do this every year. I'm gonna try to do it every year. You know, it really depends on whether you people send me in challenges. So, you know, make up a challenge and send it to me so I can do it and put it in the summer of subscriber challenges. Please and thank you. I don't know, it's just, you guys come up with some really creative things and I like doing your stuff. But you know, sometimes you people are total jerks, and you send in challenges that I would never be able to do in 1,000 years. I mean, you know, I've had a bunch of people say, I want to be the guy on Impossible. I mean, that's generic, that's cliche, that's been done before. But someone sent me a Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, I forgot what it was called, I think it was like the Ultimate Something Challenge, and it was basically, it had every single restriction possible. It had 3 hearts, always wear the iron boots, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Only wear the iron boots? That would take about an hour to walk across Hyrule Field. I mean, are you kidding me? Like, it had everything you could possibly imagine. It was, I can't even imagine trying to do that. I mean, it's just, that's ridiculous. I mean, sometimes you people are you're creative, but, you know, I could never complete some of these challenges, so. If you do decide to send a challenge in to me, make sure it's realistic. Don't make something impossible that I'm never going to be able to complete. You know, I'm human. I can't do everything. I'm not some sort of video game legend player. I'm not. I mean, I know sometimes I like to say that I'm like the best thing ever, but you know, I'm really not. I'm just a normal person who plays a lot of video games, so therefore I'm really good at them. And, you know, just don't send me in stuff I'm never going to beat. Make your challenges realistic. Make them hard, sure, but don't make them unrealistic to the point where I would never be able to beat them. You know, so just keep that in mind when you create or send in a challenge to me. You know, just keep in mind, I'm human. I can't do everything. I'm not the best thing ever, but I'm really good. So, you know, make sure you send in a challenge. Don't send in something like, just beat the game. I mean, that's not a challenge. I could pretty much beat every single game in existence. If you gave me enough time, anyway. But, you know, just to sum up, just make sure you send in challenges that I will be able to beat. Otherwise, I won't be able to do it, and you won't see your name, or you won't hear me say your name when I do the challenge. So just keep that in mind. Anyways, this is the level I was talking about earlier. I forgot the name of it, but I don't like this level. And the only reason is, it's because it's really hard. It's a hard level, I won't deny that. I always have trouble with this level. And the thing is with this level, if you die, you are going to lose your sub-weapon. And in this level, having a good sub-weapon is very important. This level has a ton of uneven terrain, and if you get hit, you will most likely fall into the water, which is instant death. And it's just you really need the cross or the holy water because it really helps out. It really does. This is one of the harder levels in the game. If I had to pick one thing, I'd say pick the cross, because the holy water, it's not that effective against the boss. So the cross is just a better option. Oh, and by the way, the boss for this level is one of the harder bosses in the game. And I forgot to mention the boss in the last video, but there were two dragons, or not the last video, the last level. There were two dragons, and they came out from under the water. And it can be very tricky depending on what sub-weapon you have. If you do have Sypha, pretty much all of her weapons work great against the boss. The fire in particular is actually really good at defeating it. So if you have the fire and Sypha, take advantage of that. And you can also like kill them nearly instantly if they spawn close enough to a platform and you use the holy water. Just keep that in mind if you have the holy water, but that's kind of tricky to do, and it's kind of, you know, luck dependent. You need them to appear next to the platform so you can actually get the holy water to explode, because the holy water can't explode in midair. It just doesn't work like that. It has to hit the ground in order for it to work. And this level is also filled with these bone skeleton enemies that are attached to a wall. And these can be very tricky to defeat with just the whip. Most of the time you will take a hit from them. And I feel like this level is very stingy with pork chops. I mean, I don't know where every single pork chop is in the game, but I don't think there's many in this level. I think there's only one or two. So you don't really have that many health refills, so just keep that in mind. It's just, this game, maybe it's just because I don't know where all of the pork chops are, but I feel like this game is, it doesn't have as many pork chops as the original one. But I'm pretty sure that's just because I played the original one more and I know where everything is. There's probably a lot of pork chops in this game I just don't know about. You know, some of them are pretty hidden. They're like hidden inside platforms, and I mean, there's always the obvious ones that are hidden inside the walls. I mean, you'll find those ones pretty easily, but anyways, here's the boss of the level. It is a skeleton dragon thing, and when you destroy 2/3 of its health, you actually have sort of an escape sequence. You have to get through this section of the level without falling into the water, and then you will re-encounter the boss. And, I really like this. It adds, you know, a little bit more to the game. It adds some, it adds some variety to the bosses. You know, you gotta do this, and then you fight the boss again. And I just like this part, although it is very, very easy to die here. A lot of these mermen will jump up from the water, and they just jump up unpredictably. And if you get hit by them, the chances are you are going to get knocked back into the water, so make sure you just be careful. Watch out for them. Don't make your jumps right away. Just pause before you make the jump and make sure it's safe to proceed. Otherwise, you're going to get hit by them and you will die. Anyways, once you make it to this platform, not this one, the next one, the boss will reappear, and it's just the same fight as before. You can only hit it on the head, and if you have the holy water, you can kill it very quickly, but I still recommend the cross. I think it's better. Oh, a quick little tip. If you stand next to the wall, the boss won't hurt you when it comes into the room. So just keep that in mind. It's a nice little handy tip if you go to this level. But that's the end of the video. I will see you guys in part number 5.